Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Vocational High School, SMK Lokal Bandung, and Perspective Oceania's team. Let me introduce my team. For the first is Ahmad Yosef Asari as teacher, me Dila Ulfa Hanifah, Iren Haifa, and Ilham Romli. So now we'll have a little bit presentation about camera shots, angle, movement, and imaginary line. So first, let's see the behind the scene of our video. Let's enjoy it. Okay.
Manual aja. Berburu. Gue butuh ajang buat tambahin koleksi satwa jam. Gini.
Aku standby kamera audio.
Roll. Ya, shot 3, take 4.
Action.
Penting. Bukannya ada juga tiga. Oh, 3 take 2.
Action.
Nah, di sini diproduksi juga teh putih.
Putih.
Sama Ari, ini siapa ini? Saya kenalin nama siapa? Ini siapa? Ya, sekarang gue lagi di sama Pedro, lagi di mana, Bro? Lagi di mana? Oh, lagi di situ Patengga, seri 1 X3.
Action.
Setuju, satu take 3.
Action. Sumping di Leja Upas.
Ah, reggae-nya ya. Mana jepol. Nah, sih. Wajib.
Di romantis.
Ya. Bisa ke Bandung.
Rijal. Wah, gila ini tempat keren banget. Udaranya, warna airnya, udah kayak di kayangan guys.
Ini jangan merusak.
Iya. Action. Nah, yang ini namanya owa Jawa. Primata ini termasuk dalam satwa yang terancam punah.
Apa nih?
Gak baterai. Jadi tuh dia. Action. Tempat di sini indah-indah ya. Aku sangat nyaman ada di sini. Udara yang sejuk, air yang jernih, suara burung, masyarakatnya juga ramah-ramah.
Memang, leluhur mengajarkan kami untuk hidup harmonis bersama alam. Tidak hanya alam, tapi tidak kita. Alam adalah bagian dari diri kita. Kami memahami alam dengan cara tidak mengikuti alam secara penuh. Dan alam pun memahami kami dan memberi banyak manfaat. Kami membiarkan alam untuk hidup dan berkembang sesuai keinginannya. Karena kami yakin setiap makhluk yang diciptakan mempunyai fungsi untuk menjaga keseimbangan alam itu sendiri.
So that's the behind the scene video, but it's a little bit delay. So if you want to watch it completely, just watch it in our YouTube channel, Al-Wafa TV. Okay. So next we'll talk about camera shots. First, establishing shot. The establishing shot is ordinary the opening to a scene. It sets the scene. It gives the audience the idea of where they are. Establishing shots are exactly what they say. They establish where the program is set and gives information to the viewer in a short space of time. They are usually exterior shots and give a general view of the surrounding, and they are usually followed by a mid shot and a close-up shot. So this is the example of establishing shot from our video. As we can see that it is the established of Bandung city and then the village. Next, close up. A picture which shows a fairly small part of the scene, such as a character space, in great detail so that it fills the screen. A framing in which the scale of the object shown is relatively large. In a close-up, a person's head or some other similarly sized object will fill the frame. This shots can be used to stress the importance of a particular character at a particular moment in the film or place her on him as central to the narrative by singling out the character in close-up at the beginning of the film. And connotation, this shots creates intimacy between the characters. And there is an example picture. Next is extreme close-up. It is a framing in which the scale of the object shown is very large. Most commonly, a small object or a part of the body, usually shot with a zoom lens. Again, faces are the most recurrent image in extreme close-ups. However, this shot can also be used to show an extreme close-up of text on a mobile phone.
Kamu udah ada suaranya?
These shots have symbolic value due to their recurrence during the film. How and where they recur is revealing not only of their importance, but also of the direction of meaning of the narrative or to signal out at important person or object. And connotation, extreme close-ups show emotion, usually fear of or happiness, just like this. Medium close-up. The medium close-up is halfway between a mid-shot and close-up. A medium close-up is framing the shoulder, chest to head. It would fill most of the screen. Convention, medium shots are frequently used for the presentation of 2 or 3 actors. This shot is very commonly used in indoor sequence, allowing for a visual signification of relationships between characters. Connotation, intimacy coming together. If there are a series of shots which show 2 people in a medium close-up and then 1 person in a sequence using medium close-up, this may connotate the closeness or intimacy of the 2 characters against the distance they feel to the characters shown in a single shot. So this is the example, the result of medium close-up from our video. As we can see that it is from chest to head. Next, long shot or wide shot. It is a framing in which the scale of the object shown is small. A standing human figure would appear nearly the height of the screen. It makes for a relatively stable shot that can accommodate movement without reframing. Allows the audience to see a large number of components of the arena. And this is the picture, the example of long shot. For your information, this picture is taken in Glamping Lakeside. It is located in Ranca Bali, Ciwidey. Medium long shot. Framing such an object for our 5 feet height would fill most of the screen vertically. Also called plain American, given its recurrence in the Western genre, where it was important to keep a cowboy's weapon in the image. Gives clear sense of character in a given location and emphasizes body language. And that is a picture for an example. Yeah, this place is in Ranca Bali. Ranca Bali. Yes, Ranca Bali, Ciwidey, Ranca Upas. So next, extreme long shot. A framing in which the scale of the object shown is very small. A building, landscape, or crowd of people will fill the screen. Surroundings now have as much, if not more, importance, especially if the shot is in high angle. This means that the closer up the shot, the more the spectator's eye is directed by the camera to the specified reading. extreme long shots give an overall view and don't necessarily direct the viewer's eye to what the characters are doing. Usually, the first or last shots of a sequence that can also function as an establishing shot. Yeah, so this is the example. The first picture, it is in Ranca Upas, and then the second picture, it is in the village, it's in Ranca Bali.
Next, mid shot. It's from the waist and usually used in conversation and is a common shot. In film, a medium shot is a camera shot from a medium distance. The dividing line between long shot and medium shot is fuzzy, as is the line between medium shot and close-up. And there is a picture for an example.
It is in Glamping Lakeside, by the way. You can see a very beautiful view in here. So if you want, just
Come and
visit this Glamping Lakeside. Next is aerial shot. A camera shot that is filmed from a drone or a helicopter. Not necessarily a moving shot, just like this. The first picture is in Kawah Rengganis. The second picture is in village, in Ranca Bali village.
Okay, next. Point of view shot. Both POV, point of view shots, what the character sees. They are often freehand and are used in horror films. The editor may change the audience point of view to create curtain effects. Yeah, picture one like this in Ranca Upas. This example from film. I think it's
So these are the example of point of view shot. And then over the shoulder shot. Shot filmed from behind character's shoulder. A cinematographic shot taken from over the shoulder of a character whose back can be seen at the side of the frame. This type of shot is very common when two characters are having a discussion and will usually follow an establishing shot, which helps the audience place the characters in their setting. This is the example.
two shot. There are a few variations on this one, but the basic idea is to have a comfortable shot of the people, often used in interviews or when two presenters are hosting in show. A one shot could be a mid shot of either of these subjects. A three shot unsurprisingly contains three people. Two shots are good for establishing relationships between characters. Two shots could also involve movement or action. It is a good way to follow the interaction between two people without getting distracted by their surroundings.
So the most important thing here is this shot is very good for establishing relationships between characters, just like the example of the from the picture. There are two people talk in a cafe.
For make interaction.
Yes, so it can show the interactions and talking each other. So next is angles. First, a high angle. A high angle is a power position, not so extreme as a bird's eye view. The camera is elevated above the action using a crane to give a general overview. High angles make the object photographed seem smaller and less significant or scary. The object or character often gets swallowed up by their setting, and they become part of a wider picture. These shots allow you to see more of the picture, the mise en scene. A high-angle shot can make a character seem more superior and the subject more vulnerable. We take the example from our video and from Infinity Wars. You can see that there are Thor
Heroes.
and Captain America.
Like
So
smaller.
this is high angle.
Okay, nice.
So the first picture, on a bridge, it talks about a problem of an actor's motorcycle. So the actress helps him to bring him to her house to fix the motorcycle.
Low angle. Low angles help give a sense of confusion to a viewer of powerless within the action of a scene. The background of a low angle shot will tend to be just sky or ceiling. The lack of detail about the setting adding to the disorientation of the viewer. The added height of the object may make it inspire fear and insecurity in the viewer, who is psychologically dominated by the figure on the screen.
So it can show the expression. Some of them like fear and insecurity or mad or exciting, like that. So the subject is more characters, so it can show the character. Canted angle. Sometimes the camera is tilted, which is not placed horizontal to floor level. This shot suggests imbalance, transition, and instability, very popular in horror movies. This technique is used to suggest point of view shots, which is when the camera becomes the eyes of one particular character, seeing what they see. A handheld camera is often used for this. This is the example, the first picture, like in a horror movies, as we always watch. And then the second picture, it is from our video. So this is canted angle.
Next, we talk about movement shots. The first is tilt. The camera body swiveling upward or underward on a stationary support scans the space vertically. A tilt usually also implies a change in the angle of framing. High angle view, inferior, low angle, superior. For example, like this, camera is up moving
Upward
or
and
downward.
vertically. And next is pan. The pan shot is more often used, however, for the purpose of following action or of giving movement to a scene that otherwise would be static. When made rapidly, it is called a wave shot, a maneuver that is better reserved for special occasions, such as a dramatic shifting of interest from one character or thing to another. It moves from one side to the other. A pen connects two places or characters, this making us aware of their proximity. The speed at which a pen occurs can be exploited for different dramatic purposes. Yeah, so there is the subject and then the camera, so it will be moved from one side to another. It can be from left to right or right to left.
Handheld camera Steadicam. The use of the camera operators varies a camera support, either holding it by hand or using a gyroscopic stabilizer and a harness, can be attached to a dolly. Is used to stabilize footage, generally used in cartoon genres, such as documentaries. Used by newsreel and wartime camera operators. Recently, they are extensively used in music videos and in the films like The Shining and A Tournament and the Battle of Dunkirk. For example, like this, and how camera is. Camera not camera by hand.
Now, so just like this, it is using a steady cam and called handheld camera. So the camera is moving and
By hand.
hold by the cameraman. A tracking shot, also known as a dolly shot, usually follows a character or object as it moves along the screen. A tracking shot can go backwards, left to right, right to left. The movement is normally quite fluid, except perhaps in some of the wider car cases, and the tracking can be either fast or slow. Depending on the speed, this shot has different connotations, such as like a dream or trance if excessively slow, bewildering and frightening if excessively frantic, and the way in which a person is framed in that shot has a specific meaning. For example, if the camera holds a person in the frame but that person is at one extreme or other of the frame, this could suggest a sense of imprisonment. It's just like this, using this thing.
This name is slider. Camera moved by slider. Next is dolly. A camera dolly is a specific piece of equipment designed to create smooth camera movements. The camera is mounted to the dolly, and the camera operator and camera assistant usually rides on it to operate the camera. The dolly is operated by a dolly grip, who is a dedicated trained operator. Yeah. Camera is moved and cameraman sits and someone help him.
Next is crane shot. Crane shot is a shot with a change in framing rendered by having the camera above the ground and moving through the air in any direction. It is accomplished by placing the camera on a crane, basically a large cantilevered arm or similar device, or a common way of ending a film. So a common way of ending a film using this crane shot, just like a crane, right?
Okay, next, imaginary line. Imaginary line.
So imaginary line is the 180 degrees rule, ensures directional consistency from shot to shot. So be careful with this imaginary line because it's so just you should learn more about imaginary line because it's very important. And yeah. It's better that we watch the video first so it can
Help us to learn it. Wait.
So this video, we have taken it in University Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta.
Okay,
So
let's watch it.
yes, enjoy it.
Okay, this is our next step for two camera.
Yes.
Camera 2 and camera 3 in the different place. And this camera 2 took a right picture.
Horizontal. So the camera 1, 2, 3 define the right angle.
And for camera 4 is a wrong angle.
Wrong angle. Yeah. Yeah, you can see this. It's confusing because the camera 4 is wrong.
Okay, that is a video. For example, Imagine Time. Thank you for your nice attention.
So that's our presentations. We have talked a little bit about camera shots, imaginary line, and angles. Hopefully you will understand it. But if you haven't understand about it, just ask us.
Okay, if there are some questions, you can. Okay. There is
A
some
question
question.
from SMAN 1 Asem Bagus. What type of your camera that used for shoot your video?
I think there is so
There are
much.
a lot of type of shoots that we have used, such as establish,
Like medium close up, long shot, and there are many shots. Because we need to show about every angle, and then we.
yeah, you can see from our last presentation that we have take the example of our type of shot from our video. So we use a lot of type of shots, as you know.
Okay, so question for SMAN 1 Asam Bagus. Which apps that you use to edit the video, and any recommended apps to use, because it's hard to find apps that has a warp stabilizer, and why we have to use it, because we have a stabilizer. I think
We use
use
a software,
Adobe
for
Premiere Pro CC.
Yeah.
And recommended apps to use, like for another apps after Adobe, I think that is
Final Cut Pro 10, Sony Vegas Pro. But we recommended you to use Adobe Premiere Pro CC because it's easy to use, and there is the feature which name is Warp Stabilizer. Yeah.
Just
Just try
the best app that has a warp stabilizer.
Yeah. But Adobe Primer,
it has a
has.
stabilizer.
But Adobe Premiere Pro CC, it has a feature Warp Stabilizer.
Right. But stabilizer must not too much. I think. Wait a minute. Too much shaking.
So it will not shaking. So the video will not shaking. A lot of shaking.
Just a little bit, because I think warp stabilizer not help too much.
But it can help it to give a little bit smooth on your video recording. It's like that.
Just try it.
And then there is the question again from SMKN 4 Garut.
Okay. How do we get a good picture but we don't have many facilities? I think there is so much. What?
I think a good picture, it's not only
Using by
for
camera.
for a tools, but it's our skills also, not also the camera or the smartphone, but our skills is important too. So we can get a good picture from our skill and from the tools. It's like camera.
If we want to get a good picture, I think we must learn too much about how we get a good picture, and tools are not about
Equipments.
anything about a good picture. We are just
Jadi untuk pengambilan gambar yang bagus bukan hanya dari seberapa bagus kameranya atau smartphone-nya, tapi juga dari skill kita, bagaimana kita bisa mengambil gambar yang bagus dan juga dengan pengalaman. Jadi harus banyak latihan atau iseng-iseng untuk ngambil gambar. Bukan hanya dari kamera aja yang bagus, tapi dari kita juga.
Oke, selain itu mungkin kita juga harus perlu banyak belajar buat pengambilan kamera yang baik seperti apa. Ya, sebelumnya kita udah jelaskan tentang type of shot. Di situ adalah salah satu pembelajaran yang emang dibutuhkan di mana bila kita membuat pengambilan gambar yang bagus. And there is some question. Apakah ada cara yang lebih simpel bagi seorang pemula untuk take a video di mana mereka hanya memiliki peralatan yang lengkap? Pastinya lebih banyak cara yang simpel seperti menggunakan smartphone, karena sekarang ternyata sudah banyak media yang menyediakan banyak apps seperti yang bisa digunakan untuk smartphone.
Jadi untuk cara yang lebih simpel seorang pemula untuk take a video yang peralatannya tidak lengkap, sebenarnya kita juga pernah mengalami itu. Karena semua itu kan berdasarkan pengalaman. Jadi kalau kita waktu itu kita masih menggunakan dari mulai handphone, lalu ke kamera standar, and then digital kamera, dan itu bakalan jadi nge-upgrade skill kalian gitu. So just start, jangan pakai yang bagus dulu. You can use your own smartphone. Itu kalau kalian mulai, pokoknya belajar dulu. Jangan langsung pakai fasilitas yang bagus-bagus, tapi yang kalian punya dulu.
Manfaatkan apapun peralatan yang ada.
Mulailah mencoba. Gitu.
And question from some Buddhists, what software to use in editing? Software we use is Adobe Premiere Pro 2015.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, just that I think.
I think you have already known about Adobe Premiere Pro CC.
Yes.
You just download it. Yeah.
Okay, from SMKN 4 Garut.
Adnan again.
Thank you for always make a question. Do you think that more dominates the good video that depends on taking pictures or editing? I think, pakai bahasa. Yang paling mendominasi dalam pengambilan gambar, baik itu dalam pengambilan gambar atau editing, yang tentunya itu dalam film itu ada beberapa seni. Kita itu bagaimana cara kita mengambil gambar, semuanya mendominasi karena kita perlu keselarasan, di mana kita perlu gambar yang baik, suara yang baik, visualisasian yang baik dalam arti pemeranan. Dan untuk editing juga bagaimana cara pengambilan kamera atau melakukan syuting dengan editor itu dapat sinkron, dalam artian bagaimana cara penulis naskah untuk bisa menyampaikan naskah tersebut ke dalam bentuk visual oleh seorang sutradara, dan bagaimana sutradara menyampaikan pemikirannya atau pemvisualisasiannya dari pengambilan gambar yang telah diambil gambar oleh kameramen itu ke dalam editor. Mana di sini, jadi dalam artian seluruh komponennya itu bisa bekerja dengan baik. Jadi tidak ada yang terlalu mendominasi untuk video yang baik karena keseluruhan diperlukan dalam pembuatan film atau video. Harmony. Yeah. Yes. It's harmony. Like our title. Our title. Harmony. Okay, next question. Oh, ini ada lagi dari Semen Satu Asem Bagus. Apakah ada apps lagi yang digunakan untuk mengurangi noise sound pada video selain menggunakan alat yang telah ada untuk seorang pemula? Untuk noise sound, mungkin kita banyak menemukan
noise
ya suara noise.
Untuk
Mungkin-
suara noise kita punya triknya itu yang we record voice, jadi kita rekam suaranya pakai headset. Terus si headsetnya itu kan ada kayak speakernya gitu, kayak ada tombolnya gitu. Nah itu tuh ditutupin atau bungkus pakai busa. Jadi si suaranya yang angin yang kayak gitu-gitu itu nggak akan keambil. Jadi itu membantu untuk menjernihkan suara agar tidak terlalu noise.
Ya itu untuk seorang pemula.
Iya, untuk seorang
Kalau
pemula.
yang kita gunakan di video kita ini, kebetulan kita menggunakan Zoom H6, itu adalah sound recorder.
Iya,
Ya,
sound recorder.
Jadi ada di mana pengambilan kamera dengan sound recorder itu kita beda dan dilakukan untuk menyamakan suara itu ada di editing. Jadi untuk apps untuk mengurangi noise sound kayaknya ada beberapa, tapi sepertinya kurang recommended karena itu kurang membantu ya. Jadi usahakan kalian sudah memplanning bagaimana caranya untuk mengurangi noise sound saat syuting atau sebelum syuting itu sudah direncanakan. Oke, untuk ini ada San Budis lagi. Sorry. Apakah suara dalam video tersebut juga ikut diedit dan apakah softwarenya? Apakah audition? Ya, kita melakukan editing video juga editing suara, di mana di situ kita menyamakan, mensinkronkan video dengan suara agar sama. Mungkin itu untuk di sini mungkin kita pakainya buat sorry.
Terima kasih. Ya, sama-sama untuk Semen Satu Asem Bagus. Dicoba triknya.
Okay, sorry. I lose my camera. Oke, next. Apakah suara dalam video tersebut juga ikut diedit? Ya, suara dalam video juga ikut diedit dan kita menggunakan untuk mempermulus kita menggunakan Adobe Audition, di mana itu telah terhubung dengan Adobe terintegrasi dengan Adobe Premiere. Tentunya, ya kita untuk software itu kita tadi menggunakan Adobe Audition yang sudah terintegrasi dengan Adobe Premiere.
Jadi itu lebih memudahkan gitu.
Bagaimana, ini ada pertanyaan lagi dari Danang Rudi Purnomo.
Kayak bahasa Inggris coba ya. Color grading gimana?
How to create a color grading, a good color grading. I think for a good color grading, we use color grading in Adobe Premiere, and there is some.
So if you want to make the good color grading, I think you should have to try to find the tutorial in YouTube, because We usually do that also, so we can upgrade our skills by using a lot of tutorials in YouTube, like color grading.
Color grading. There is too many tools, too many tricks that we can do. We can use color grading. For SMK and Padgarut, there's a question. Soal editing, untuk apakah terpaku dengan color grading?
So from SMK and Padgarut, is editing is important with color grading? I think color grading is important, but not too much using color grading. Just make it jadikan pelengkap saja untuk color grading supaya si warnanya itu sesuai.
Untuk color grading mungkin itu untuk penyesuaian aja, di mana kita menyamakan warna antara satu video dengan yang lainnya karena kita menggunakan beberapa kamera. Jadi bagaimana trik kita untuk menyamakan warna adalah dengan color grading. Jadi color grading digunakan sebagai pelengkap. And for 91 Asam Bagus, mana yang lebih baik, apa pakai rasio standar atau widescreen untuk video promosi pariwisata? Mungkin itu bagaimana cara kita menyiasatinya ya. Yang lebih baik di mana rasio standar atau widescreen itu bagaimana awal dari konsep kita, apakah mau menyediakan sesuatu yang lebih tegas, di mana widescreen ini memperlihatkan lebih sinematik. Kalau widescreen itu yang lebih sinematik, dan mungkin untuk rasio standar atau widescreen yang lebih recommended itu widescreen, karena dimana kita menampilkan sinematik dan lebih tegas untuk gambar.
Oh yeah, and then there is a question again from Sun Buddhist. Is color grading and color correction what is saying? It is different. Yeah, it's totally different. If color grading is
it's about coloring a video, make a video of a video and other videos same. And for color correction, I think for color correction is about correct a color. There is if some brightness or contrast. Color correction is about correct a color if there is some any
color correction is to make the color and the light of all of the video is same. So after we did the color correction, after that we use the color grading. But color grading, we can use it not for all the video, but only some.
Okay,
It's free, I think, for color grading.
From Danang Rudi Purnomo, apakah color gradingnya menggunakan lumetric color? So there is a color grading is used lumetric color.
Yes.
Yes, we use lumetric color in Adobe Premiere. Yeah.
If you want to know about color grading, I think just try to use it. Yeah. So you will know.
Okay, from SMKN 4 Garut, Anan. Bagaimana cara Anda menyelaraskan antara background dengan efek atau editing pada video? Apakah hal tersebut direncanakan sebelum produksi video atau editor menyesuaikan dengan video yang telah diambil? Untuk menyelaraskan antara background dengan efek atau editing pada video, untuk menyesuaikan antara background dengan efek atau editing pada video,
Yeah, for background and effect or editing in video,
kita udah merencanakannya dari awal, di mana kita udah merencanakan dari awal yaitu proses praproduksi.
so first we did our production,
Di mana antara background dengan efek atau segalanya yang akan jadi pada video. Jadi antara background for a background effect and editing for video.
so between background effect and video editing,
Kita udah merencanakannya di dalam naskah.
we have planned it in our script.
Jadi untuk background itu sudah ada bagaimana dialognya dan bagaimana efek yang dibutuhkan. There is a dialogue, and for effect in script is all about production and post-production. It makes it in pre-production is all about
Most important thing in production.
this pre-production is most important thing about make a video, and then we must to plan it before make. I think
So the conclusion is menyelaraskan antara background dengan efek atau editing pada video. We have planned it in pre-production, so don't wait until editing process. So make sure that we have planned it well. Like
Jadi praproduksi itu adalah ada 70%.
So pre-production process is 70%.
and make a film. Okay, next
Some Buddhist.
from Sabudis. And how about LUTs?
What is LUTs?
LUTs and color correction. LUTs is in color correction. It's like color correction with it's with color correction. We correct about LUTs in color correction. And from Seman 1 Asam Bagus, sorry, bagaimana memilih transisi yang baik untuk satu video ke yang lain? Untuk transisi yang baik satu video ke yang lain, mungkin kita nggak banyak menggunakan transisi. We not use too much transition in our video. We just okay.
Jadi nggak dibawa sama Also, some goodies about LUTs. It is a template that you should download first from a website. So it is not a feature in Adobe Premiere. So it is a template that you should download first. After that, you can use it in the Adobe Premiere.
Okay, sorry, that for question is bagaimana memilih transisi yang baik for a transition, good transition for video to another video is with not too much transition in our video, because I think for opening we just use transition in opening and for ending, but if too much, we must think about a duration, our duration video, because that is most important. If too much transition, I think it's makes boring. Because transition.
So if you use a lot of transition in every scene, in every cut to cut, it will be boring, I think.
Yeah.
So just use it for the beginning and then the ending and some of the video, but not too much.
Ya. Jadi ini ada lagi mana yang lebih baik merencanakan background dari semen satu bagus, mana yang lebih baik merencanakan background dahulu atau mengedit video terlebih dahulu kemudian menentukan background. Which is better is plan background or video editing or background. Dalam editing itu ada dua proses, yaitu editing offline and editing online. In editing, there is two process. It is editing offline, editing online. In editing online, we plan a background.
And then the picture and the video is only a raw cut.
Yeah, raw cut. Just cut to correct about image of any video. Yeah. And then in editing online editing.
Yeah, in online editing, so we make the raw cut is based on the script. Yeah, and then after that you add the background. So I think planning background first is better after editing video.
Editing online, yes. About use an effect and anything will make sense on script. And that is from some Buddhist. Lebih lama manakah editing atau pengambilan gambar?
So for some Buddhists, shooting is take a long time more than editing.
Yeah.
We have finished editing. We have done editing for only 2 days, but for shooting, we finished it at around 14 days.
Yeah. And we did offline editing after we've done shooting too, and for online editing we just 3 days.
Keren gitu. Beberapa awal 3 detik pertama video itu akan
Okay, for storyboard, I think we will share it in group or we give a link. Okay, next our presentation. For satu SM bagus, Kak bagi saran dong untuk membuat opening video yang eye-catching sehingga membuat orang tidak bosan dan penasaran dengan kelanjutan videonya.
So from SMAN 1 Asam Bagus, the question is how to make the opening video is very eye-catching, so people will not bored to watch it. So the first 3 seconds of the video will determine whether your video will be watched or not. So there must be an appeal atau ada daya tarik.
Jadi 3 detik pertama penonton akan menentukan video Anda akan ditonton terus atau enggak. Makanya harus ada gebrakan di awal. Nah, bagaimana cara membuat gebrakan itu? Jadi kita harus udah memplanning. We must plan it in pre-production or in script. How we make it eye-catching or we make boost in opening. Okay, for the next question.
udah selesai.
Mending tulis aja ya. Okay, we will write it for question forms man 1 Asam Bagus. If all participants needs to for opening to make it eye-catching. How to make the eye-catching video? Okay, just waiting because we write it. Okay, I think our presentation is enough. Our video conference is enough, and
Hopefully it will be
help.
helpful for you guys and for us also, because we are still learning together.
Yeah. So thank you for your attention, and I think we
Don't forget to watch our full video
in YouTube.
on our channel YouTube,
Yeah.
our TV.
Our TV. Don't forget it. So thank you.